Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Slum86. We are back on Edge Farm. So we're just finishing off our final contract for the harvesting season. We'll see what interesting thing this will bring. The good news is we do have straw, I believe, to collect. So all going well, we will hook on the baler to the big T7 and we will disappear out baling. So we've, I think, 4 fields to bale in total. There's 4, 3, I think it's 4. So we should have 4 fields there to bale. So not sure how many bales we'll get off it, guys, but every bit will count and we definitely won't say no to it. Just as we finish this pass, I'm just going to jump quickly to the finance page and you'll see that so far for September we ran at a loss of 75,000. Now I wouldn't mind August, September, they were kind of the whole setting this scenario up. So going into October it will be interesting to see where we land. You can see harvest income was low there from the contracts. We also got paid from the contracts, and you can see the water charges for our animals on the farm will rack up a small fortune, I would imagine. So we've all that to look forward to. Now we do have crops as well in our silos. Here they are. So we have a bit of canola and a bit of wheat. So once the prices are right on those, we will be doing some selling, and that is January and December. So we'll have an influx of cash there for the winter, which won't be too bad. It will be desperately needed, no denying that. Our loan repayments is at the moment about 4,000 euros a month, so we gotta at least be making that. Plus, I'd be like if we can make 10 a month minimum. That will give us a good shot of clearing that pesky loan and reducing the overall size of debt on the farm as well. So that would be the goal. It could be a struggle to begin with, but once we get things up and going, definitely the animals, once they kick in, should be pretty good. We have 60 cows that we have to carry for, I think it's a year and a half, 18 months is their period before they start producing milk for us. And also in that period, I think it's after the 18 months, they will calf, I suppose is the right word. I was going to say spawn, but that doesn't work. They will calf, so we'll be looking at adding another, hopefully 60 cows to the yard, which will really will help us in the long run. So we're just going to get the harvester up here. Our trailer, I believe, is full, guys, so we're going to have to see what we do about that. And the header trailer, we left it out on the road, so we have a lot of moving and jumping and different things to sort out here. But I think what we'll do is we will organize ourselves and we will load up the harvester, get it ready for the road, and we'll be back here in a second once we're probably tracking for home, or else selling what's in the trailer. We're not selling, but depositing what's in the trailer. So I'll see you here in a short segment. So we are traveling back the road to the farm, guys, and the reason I'm going to show this is just highlights the detail that's in this map. Now there is a couple of areas like that where the grass is a little bit iffy, but we've got to avoid some big trees here with our harvester, otherwise we'll get stuck. Not a good start either. So we're just tipping back at a handy pace, and we're just kind of slaloming, I can't say that word. We're weaving around the trees. So and you'll see it now up the front here ahead of us. The road kind of tightens a bit and it gets kind of twisty as well, so it's an interesting little section where we gotta dive down here. And there is a shed on the left coming up. I don't know, is it a sell point? We just gotta touch on the brakes here because we're running away off down the hill. And you can see just how rough and bumpy the whole track is. We're trying our best, but as I say, you've got to every now and then just duck off the main road onto the verge, just to avoid a few trees. But it is a slow process, and you see there's a drop in the road there. It gets rough. Look at that. So to me, that is like driving down a proper country lane. You get shook about, you get thrown around. Not a fun experience. Thankfully, we're not going to meet any. And there is one of these tight areas. So, sure what we're getting stuck on there, but We'll have to zoom out here. Ooh, it's the gate. Did I get stuck in the gate? Not sure what is catching me here, guys, but oh yeah, definitely was that gate post. So there's a couple of kind of, I won't say they're hidden, but they're definitely in the hedge, and you gotta be wary of them. And of course, I didn't account for my tail swing, and that's, I should have shown it that, but that creep there with a trailer load especially is a big sprawl. But yeah, oh, that tree's gonna catch me. Oh, got away with it. So we're just going to kind of split trees, and you'll see now we're coming back to a section where we probably will start to know a better. My English is very good tonight, but we're coming back to an area where we'll be fairly familiar. So we're going to hit the indicator, and we're just going to duck down this tight lane then to the farm, and it's a similar process here. Got to avoid some of the trees, but loving the colours as well. Really a shame the hedges don't kind of react to seasons, but someday. So actually, I think our straw might have disappeared. We'll have to check that out, guys. If it has, it'll be fairly disappointing. Maybe you shouldn't collect the mission before you bale the straw. We'll have to do a bit of experimenting on that one. That could screw up a little opportunity for us to make a little bit of side income, which would be sad. But yeah, we'll just have to see how we go. And we are back at the farm here, guys. So we're going to indicate into our yard, and we'll have to get a lift back to the T7. And yeah, we'll wrap it up then in a little bit. For now, we're just going to abandon this here because we do still have a little bit of canola on board. And once the T7 is back, we can unload it, but we will leave the auger out for now. I had it going out and I stopped it. So once it extends out fully, we will shut it all down. As I say, we'll get a spin towards T7 and we'll get. So let's see what it is. So as you can see, guys, quite clearly, we are not bailing. Instead, I do think by accepting the contracts we did lose the right to the straw, so that's my own fault. So what we're doing, guys, is more or less field prep. So we've two fields that we need to get done this side of the winter, and we need to get them sold as well. So we're going to be busy for the next couple of weeks. So we do not own a direct drill, although we do own a fancy drill. It's a nice 6-meter drill. But unfortunately it will not direct drill for us, so what we are going to have to do is cultivate the field, just to work the top couple of inches of it, and we'll be sowing then into it. Now you can see there is field rock starting to appear, which is probably not a good thing, but yeah, we're just going to have to kind of live with that for the short term. We're going to have to try and sort it out maybe before we go sowing. So the pressure is on the canola, so we're just going to work this field fully first, and then we're going to throw off the cultivator, even though it probably would make more sense to cultivate both fields at the same time, stone pick at the same time, and then seed at the same time. But we don't have the time for that, unfortunately. We need to get our canola in the ground before the end of October. Now we do have 3 days, and it's probably enough time that we could cultivate both fields in one whip, so we might do that, and then rock pick one and then seed it. And then the other one we need to do is probably barley. I think we're going to plant barley instead of wheat, because we just need the straw again for our animals, so we need to work that as best we can as well, guys. So this is where we are. We are simply field work for the rest of the winter, well, up until probably the middle of November, and we should be out of it by that stage, maybe early November, all going well. You can see the weeds are quite strong here as well. Now the one thing we do not own is a sprayer, so we're going to have to be crafty with our fertilizer applications. We're going to have to work it that we get more or less all our fertilizer on in the first turnaround. So that's going to be the plan for us for the winter. So we can't let it grow too much. Well, actually we can, because we do have narrow wheels on the small Ford, so we could throw the fertilizer spreader on the back of that and apply our fertilizer there, but I don't know, does it accept the front weight? We'll have to check it all out. Weight could be our limiting factor for doing it that way, but yeah, time will tell. But for now, we just got to get the ground worked to a certain condition that we actually can go seeding in it, guys. And once we've it all seeded and before it grows, we'll have to roll it. So there's plenty of feed work, plenty to do. But yeah, the work won't stop here, guys. So we're gonna crack on, and we're gonna keep working up this field, and we'll see how far we get. We'll come back when we make a decision on what way we're going to do it. We'll probably end up working this field and cultivating the other field. I can't remember the number. I want to say 11, but I could be lying to everybody, including myself. So we won't do that, guys. But oh wow, I don't know where that was going. Oh yeah, it's picking up that one, is it? That's fair enough. Our GPS is doing its own thing. We'll accept that. So that's our plan, guys. As I say, we're just going to keep working the field. The animals have plenty of grass still, although I'd assume some stage during this month we will have to bring them in and start feeding them with silage, hay and straw. And I think we might end up having to get some mineral feed from the store as well, so that's going to cost a small bit of money. We'll see how it goes. We might get away without it, but I think we will need something. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that as well, guys. But for now, we'll just keep going. Don't have any other choice. We owe the bank 1.17 million euros, so we do need to clear that as soon as we possibly can. So probably take a season or two, I'd imagine. But hopefully in that time we'll have built up enough of a that maybe we can start to buy a bit of ground and all that good stuff. Obviously we probably won't end up clearing the full loan before we start expanding the farm. Get the feeling that won't happen, but at some stage we will be debt free. So we're going to crack on with this, guys. We're going to keep going. We got to work this field and field 11, and we'll be back in a bit and we'll see how we're getting on. And we are back. So you may have noticed something has changed, and it's the field. So we are moved on to field 11, and we're just going to tear open the ground here as well. Now we won't be getting directly back to this one pretty soon, or as I say, our priority will be getting the canola in the ground, and that's what we're going to be aiming towards. Now I am toying with the idea of tearing open field, I think it's 12. In fact, let me just bring it up. We had it. Yep, field 12, which would be the grass field here directly in front of us. So we are considering tearing into that and maybe doing soybeans. Can't remember, is there a BGA on this map? We'll have to have one look for that. If there isn't a BGA, I think soybeans might be the best option, as selling our silage won't really, well, we can still sell it for a nice profit, don't get me wrong, but I think, no, I might be wrong, but I was thinking soybeans might be a good solution to our cash flow problems as well. But we've lots to play for. We're not sure. I'll throw it out to you guys. Do you think I should do soybeans, or do you think I should leave it grass and keep doing the hay silage combo and selling whatever excess silage we have? As I say, is there a BGA? Let me just have a quick look at the map. The map. Bales, 2 stores, and sheep. I don't think this map has a BGA. Nope, it doesn't. There are the pigs, there are horses. So there is no BGA on the map, guys, and we nearly ended up in the forest by looking at the map. So in that terms now, we can sell the silage bales and they will sell for a healthy profit, and we could potentially get 2 cuts of silage, 1 cut of hay off it, or maybe just keep it all for silage and do hay on the other fields. Might be a better option, but yeah, we've plenty to think about. But yeah, if you want to leave your 2 cents in the comments below, guys, would be appreciated. We're a little bit torn as to what we should do. Possibly the silage would give us the better income, consistent income throughout the season, because we could sell 10 bales every month and that might give us what we need in terms of cash, stuff like that. So that is definitely one to be thinking about. But we're just going to press on here. We've got this field nearly half done now, so we're just going to keep going, guys, and I think we'll call it here. No point in boring you to me going backwards and forwards and every which way across a field, throwing up a load of stone, which is going to be a problem. So I think we will call it here, guys. So as always, I've been Snowman86. This has been Edge Farm, and until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching. See you all again. Take care.